Hey everybody, how's it going? Hear that nice little clicky sound? That's what USB sounds like when it's plugged into a guitar pedal. And I'm okay with it. And I have my Acoustasonic, because I feel like that's probably, I don't know, it's probably the most like wide range guitar that I own, because it could, you know, sound like an acoustic or not an acoustic. Yeah, so today we're checking out, I wonder if it's, yeah, you can see it, Polyend Endless, and I'm going to unplug it really fast so I don't have to hear this. There we go. That could actually be completely resolved through a cable that I just didn't think to find, but there's like a little USB-C-Y cable that fixes that for anybody who's ever had that issue. It's 100% just your computer making, it's probably my USB hub that's making more noise than my computer. But the I've actually not shared this on social media because I don't want to, I don't want it to, I just feel like then randomly I would have people dumping in the chat and being like, fuck AI guitar pedals are bullshit. And like after we've already discussed this in the beginning of the stream. So the sort of like the marketed, not necessarily by Polyend, but sort of the marketed functionality of this pedal is an AI guitar pedal. Oh no, that works with, like, you buy credits for it. You are paying for credits at cost. So you're paying for credits through Polyend, who's just kind of, they have a fine-tuned model where you can say, I want it to do this, and however specifically or generally, and then it uses that fine-tuning to make the effect for you. And it works quite well. I've only tested out a few times with the Polyend model, and I have credits here, and I totally want people to tell me how to make the pedal do its thing. And it works quite well, but you do have to pay for those credits after a certain point in time. Like you get, I don't know how many credits you get free. A lot. You get a bunch of credits for free when you buy it, but if you want to keep using it for months and years, and if you want to keep throwing in new prompts, then you have to pay for it. And that's kind of painful to hear. I don't like that very much, but you can save the effects you've made. You can upload your own C++ to the pedal. So it's like an open development platform. You don't have to use AI. That's just sort of the most accessible way of doing it. And I've had some success getting it to work with Gemini through Google's API. So essentially, however many credits you get for free from Google with Gemini, I've made a little web interface that does that. However, it doesn't translate it nearly as well as Polyend does. But the way that I went about doing it was like my plan, this is like a month ago or something. I spent like half a day on this, and my plan was to just integrate it with Gemini in hopes that it would work just as good. And then basically on my GitHub, you would be able to just download a thing. It would open up a website. You would be able to have it send shit directly to your pedal. That worked fine. It's just that it didn't translate the effects nearly as well. It was a little buggier going through Gemini. So I'm sure somebody could get it working that way if they wanted to. But in this stream, I downloaded something called Gemma, which is, for those not in the AI space, is a localized version of Gemini that can run on your own GPU. And so we're going to see what we can do with that. I've literally just downloaded Gemma, loaded it in LM Studio. It's going to be working off of a 30, no, what do I have in here? 5080. On this computer, I have a 5080, so it's not like my other machine that has more video cards. So it's very much a normal, I mean, nothing's normal now because of how much GPUs cost, but it's a card that a gamer would buy, right? It's not like a standalone AI or graphics processing thing for professional work. So yeah, so that, and then beyond that, if you're not into coding, and if you don't have the hardware to run a small AI model yourself, on Polyend's Playground, they have tons of effects that you could download for free. So it's kind of like one pedal that could be a lot of different things. And so, yeah, I guess like if I were to be completely honest, I was a little, it's one of those things where it's like you can't really market it and expect to get a lot of sales unless you mention those AI features, and then since AI is such a hot button issue, that immediately is what gets run with. And like I've not really looked around on YouTube too much, but I did see some videos from like large creators that were really pissy about it, and they didn't really understand that it was just an open development platform that had AI functionality. They sort of acted like you can't use it unless you're using it through their AI credits. They didn't mention that the credits are being sold at cost. The whole thing was kind of, and so, yeah. Yeah, right. To be a true pedal, it needs to be operated by the foot, which is, you know, something I never do. Even when I have loop pedals, I'm always like playing and I'm like, oh, like, why don't I just put it on the floor? Why am I so dumb? I prioritize knobs. So yeah, so I guess we'll start by just using that credit system, and I have a bunch of those, and I just have my guitar into it. And then, oh yeah, by the way, if you want to load it, it's actually, well, another thing I really like about it is that if you just plug it in, it opens up as a hard drive, or like, you know, as if you plugged in a thumb drive or something, and then you literally just drag and drop the file to the unit, and then off you go. You have a you have a new effect on your pedal. So you don't even have to like connect the pedal directly to the website. And this is what the Polyend Playground looks like. Yeah, I do wonder like what a 5060 Ti would do. The model I've loaded here, the Gemma model, I do think, let's load it. That's also going to be an interesting thing too, is to like load a localized LLM within while streaming to see like what it does to my video card. But you could set like your context length and your GPU offload and all that stuff. All right, let's see. Let's load it up. And I mean, it's not going to, we're not going to be using it with the pedal just yet, but. Great. Okay, it's loaded. Ready for use later. Okay, so if I were to make a new effect, and if I were to say a long, oh, you know what I'd like? A loop pedal that simulates slight tape, warble, flutter, well, maybe wow is a better thing. Wow, flutter, noise that increases every single time the loops, the recording loops. I mean, that's pretty basic. I feel like I could be a lot more creative. So it's not only an AI, like you have this playground, it's not only an AI programmable pedal. It is programmable however you wish it to be. You could literally program it with C++, but this is sort of the user-friendly method. We're going to use this first, and then I'm going to try and get it running with a local model to see if we could even get, like if I could just pry that open and get anything working, that's a huge deal because it's a $300 pedal that, you know, you could effectively use on your own machine. So I'm going to send it, bink, and see how that works. I don't know if it can run the ultimate. It runs like an ARM A7 or something. I don't know if it can. We could see how good of a reverb we could get, but maybe we could get it to, yeah, I wonder if it would take, all right, so it's already done. And how did I already forget how to download this? Oh, it's asking me which one I want. Which flavor of tape wearing out looper do you want? Subtle cassette drift, more seasick, obvious pitch bend, or 3 dusty tape. I want a, let's go with, I don't even know why I'm just not typing 1. I'm way too polite to AI bots. Although, you know what, to be honest, there are some, I do know some people who are really mean to AI. Like they'll talk to ChatGPT or something, or they'll ask it a question, and if it doesn't understand them correctly, they like yell at it and sometimes call it names. And for some reason, that's kind of gives me the ick. Like it's very strange. Like I feel like that'll come in handy in like 50 years when we have like sentient AI bots around and people are mean to them because they're not real, but they do have feelings, and kind of like a Fallout 4 situation. But yeah, not now, not in my lifetime. Oh, I'm surprised that I grabbed this Fender without considering how douchey Fender has been in the last few months. I'm surprised I did that. Maybe I'll put a sticker over the logo. I mean, I wouldn't even attempt to have AI. I feel like reverb is like a good reverb, something that would actually compete with reverb pedals, is one of those things. It's one of those last things that AI is going to be able to do, because just from trying to make my own reverb algorithms, it's something will look so good on paper. You'll be like, okay, this makes total sense. And then it'll sound like complete ass. And like the all pass filters will just start feedbacking. It's like one of those things that like, I just don't think it's going to be one of the last things that, because you'd need AI to be able to listen to the reverb and be like, that sounds great, which is like, it does have delay. I mean, it even has delays on Polyon's little collection of things that get downloaded, and some of them are really good. Like, I think that's what I like about it, is it can make something that's a little different than like what you would get in a normal pedal. Or I bought my dad one of these because he really liked mine. Fender sent me mine, but I bought my dad one, and with this one, I was really, really into it because, well, I mean, it doesn't play amazingly. It plays like for my favorite guitar I own, it's like a 10. This plays like a 4 or a 3. Like, the action's not too great, but it is kind of permissible because it is emulating an acoustic in a lot of ways. But I bought my dad one, and to be honest, he likes it. I don't. I'm like, oh, okay, so the quality control's not great. Like some of these are not as amazing as the other. Okay, so we could download the effect. And let's load the pedal over here. Did it actually download the effect? Yes, it did. I'm like worried that I have like NDA stuff in my download folder, because that was... All right, no, I don't. Good. All I have is PDFs and crap I downloaded for video editing. All right, I am dragging and dropping now, and now the pedal should reboot. It's rebooting. And we can hear our tape looper. Is it already on? Oh, it's still loading. All right. Nice. Oh yeah, it tells us what our buttons do over here. Let me bring this back. Let's see if it actually gets... Okay, so the on should be the loop partner. No, this would. So here I'll... Yeah. I may have messed up my sounds. My knobs are kind of... Maybe I have to do it in the beginning. Yeah, I got to start from the beginning. And then if I press this again, maybe, oh, holding it down does that. Okay. Yeah, see, I don't use my, I'll just tap a harmonic. I do like how subtle it is. It is aging, just very, very subtly. I'm going to do a real fast loop just to see how fast we could get it to decay. So I'm just going to like... Right now my aging knob is set to almost high. The modulation depth. Okay, so I'm gonna write a correction for it. I'm gonna set everything to high and the noise all the way down to 0. Yeah, it should definitely be decaying faster. Okay, so can we make the noise less intense? For example, 0.1.0 should be the volume of 0.3. Also, can the aging be more intense? So 1.0 ages it much quicker than it does now and increases the effect. I'm also not hearing much wow or flutter. Can we improve that and increase the effect? I mean, I probably can do amp modeling. I should ask it. Just like, can you make a jazz chorus amp model? Actually, I wonder what would happen if we opened up tapelooper.endl in Notebook++. Nothing. We have to encode it differently for sure. Oh, it's loading as a Macintosh. Next. Changing my UTF-8. Convert to ANSI. Character sets. Yeah, I don't know how to convert this to the model is trained to my knowledge. I'm not totally sure about this. I like heard about this repeatedly while Polyand was working on it, just because I'm friends with the company. So I think what it's doing is for me saying in English, like, can we get this to sound more, because I imagine the average guitar pedal person is going to be like, can we add a little bit more distortion, kind of like Hendrix, or, something like that. That, I believe, is going to ChatGPT. Like, that is using ChatGPT's language model to, which I assume is finding out what Jimi Hendrix's tone sounds like based on 1,000 different Reddit conversations, whatever. The actual effects programming themselves, if you go through like Polyand's product line, they have tons of effects. Like, it doesn't really seem like it because they don't have like a big effect box, but yeah, between the Polyand synth and the tracker, and then it's right over there. They have a very, very powerful multi-effects unit. So I think it just comes from their own library of effects for the actual C++ code that's being utilized. Drag and drop. Tape looper 1. Here we go. Loading, rebooting. Yeah, voice to text, or just writing it, being like, all right, Start the song over. We're going to need this and this first. Okay. The noise is not as intense, so that's good. All right. It's actually compressing a little bit, which I really like. So that would be a good example of like ChatGPT knowing that there's compression involved, and then calling back to Polyend to say, hey, give me some compression algorithms. All right, I have another idea. Can we replace the noise knob and effect with a looper? Nope, sorry, with a delay or echo that is a 1/4 divisor. Let's go with 1/16. Well, yeah, 1/4. Actually, yeah. Divisor of the overall loop length, and the echo effects mix increases as the loop continues to play over time, with the mix reaching 100% after 48 loops. The future is now. Yeah, we'll get there. We're starting early. You know how much I would love this guitar if it sounded exactly like a hollow body, like a 30s hollow body, like one of those portable acoustics. I mean, I think that like if you are super into this pedal, like if you bought it and you were really, really into it, and if you had moderate knowledge of computers in general, like if you had a desktop machine and a GPU, like you could, if you cared enough, you could probably never have to use this interface again to continue doing what I'm doing. Like you could probably get LM Studio working just using your own hardware and not having to ever buy another credit. I have a lot of tokens, and I did buy some. Like I had some that came with it, and I bought some, and then I think I may have told Mitch that I was streaming tonight, so he may have just thrown me a bunch. How many guitars do I have? Oh my God, I have so many fucking guitars. I have so many guitars that I get embarrassed when people go, and most of them aren't in here. Most of them are in my house where I sleep and eat. And it's about the only things I do there. And I have like a giant wall of them. And then on the floor, it's like guitar stands, like one of those guitar stands that holds like 8 guitars. I have a bunch of those that have a bunch, and then a whole bunch in cases. And then I still have like probably 6 or 7 floating around here. I just sort of bring them and pick and choose. And I get embarrassed when people come over because it really looks like I'm one of those fucking dentists who just spends all of his earned wealth from dentistry on guitars, like a blues dentist, I guess is what you would call it. And yeah, I mean, it's literally, you go in and you're just like, oh, this is like a trust fund douchebag. But some of those guitars are literally from when I was 14 years old. And I'm just really old and have collected guitars. And another thing is, up until like a year ago, and this is just what's the name of the cheap guitars? I can't remember the brand name. I have one over here somewhere. Harley Benton. I always want to say Harvey Denton, because of the Harvey Weinstein guitars. No, the Harley Denton guitars, Benton guitars. I was just really curious, and it was one of those things where I ordered like a $79 one, and shipping was like $400, and I was like, well, I better just get like 4. And so that is the only, like, those are the only ones like that, but those are the only ones where I have guitars that are very similar. Most of my guitars are very different from one another. So that's sort of my justification, is like the reason why I haven't given them away or something is because they all kind of have their own use. Like I don't have 2 different standard full-size nylon string guitars. I have like one that's electric, it has MIDI pickups, and then I have one normal classical guitar, and then I have one that's like a 3/4 size that was made by like a luthier in Tijuana that I met, and, you know, things like that, where and of course I'm not using them to make music, so I could probably make music with like 2 of them and be fine, like a bass and a Do I still have the one from Argentina? My mom asks. Yeah, I have. Well, those are Renrocos. Those aren't even guitars. Yeah, I still have, I currently have 3 Renrocos, which are bass charangos, 1 normal charango. And believe it or not, those are different. They're like different sized. The bass charango, the Renrocos are. And then I bought a guitar, I believe it's called a Horana. I bought it from just last January at this little store in LA. It was this little like hidden store in a industrial, one of those industrial parking lots that just has like a million different companies and whatever. And yeah, I thought I was in the wrong place. And yeah, and I didn't even think I was going to buy anything, but I was like, oh my God, it has like the old, like the violin style tuning pegs that like come off the back. So it's tuned almost like kind of like an oud is, and that has like the double strings and it's nylon. And I really love that one. I like haven't touched any of my Renrocos, but it's essentially a Renroco, but just a different size. Anyway, check this out. Oh. This has gotten weird. major. Whatever we created, it's not what I asked for, but it's also... It is like a jumble of nonsense that I really like. Oh, Sandroid Music's here. I've actually looked at your GitHub. I've spent time stalking your code. There are code examples on GitHub, aren't there? Like I could... So to give you an idea of what I plan on doing in this stream is loading C++ code examples into Gemma and then running them on my GPU to see if we could maybe crack out anything useful. That would be huge. Oh, and if you weren't here earlier, I do have a Gemini API that looks, I mean, it doesn't look like this. It actually is in kind of Polygon style, but it loops into, you just put in your Gemini API key, and then it uses Gemini to make effects. I did make one of those, but it's just not as good. And it's like, I need to like figure out a way to tune it. I'll talk to Piotr and see if there's something I could, some way where I could get it to maybe be comparable. Yeah, I could find the JIT-hug. I think I made that with, was it with Gemini CLI or something? I'll find the, God, Google sucks so much now for finding anything. I swear I found some Polygon Endless stuff on GitHub previously, too. Ah, here we go. Here's some. I'm gonna load in a delay. If I could find my pedal. There it is. Ooh. You don't want promoted BS AI and ads all over your Google searches? Dude, my next video is Yeah, I go deep. It's bad enough to where I'm like, I hope Google doesn't delete my channel because I'm really digging into them deep about that with a lot of examples that. I could just read what I'm looking at right in front of my face to find out. Oh, infinite holds for the foot switch hold. That's cool. So. Yes, I'm thinking of the tracker wide, the tracker stuff. It was one of those things where I was just like, I don't have time to dig in now, but I am very excited that this exists. I kind of want to make this feedback like crazy. I'm going to find the... Oh, you know what? Let's try one that, well, let's see how... this is one where actually OpenAI might be useful with the way that this is plugged into it. Where is the GitHub? Yeah, okay. Valley Audio is the GitHub. Valley Audio has an like this is originally a VCV rack. I have no idea where it went. All right. I don't know what we're doing here. Where'd it go? There it is. This is originally a VCV rack plugin, but it is open source, and it's called Plateau. And I will find it. Let's just see if it'll do this. Can you make me an implementation of this reverb? Of this open source reverb by Valley Audio called Plateau. How do I not know how to spell this? EAU? Yeah, Plateau. Found here. Let's see if it's like, fuck you. It is open source. There's nothing wrong with doing this. It would be amazing if it did do this. It's nice that it asked me to do that. It's like, don't waste credits, asshole. Yeah, I get that's probably something that was implemented by Polyend because ChatGPT would just be like, nah, keep going. This is very Jaco Pastorius. Like his, if anybody's ever heard him play with Joni Mitchell, he used to do these tape loop solos. There's no way I'm going to play Portrait of Tracy on a... Yeah, no way that's happening. Oh, look at this. Okay, shimmerless moving plate, classic plateau plate, space designer. Tough one. I mean, I want 3. I want the space designer. Does anybody here have experience with both the Micro Freak and Mini Freak? I'm trying to decide if I want to sell my Micro and get a Mini for the onboard effects or just buy some modules for the Micro. Yeah, it's a tough one. I mean, I have both, but my Mini Freak is like a prototype. I mean, obviously I like the Mini Freak way better. I don't like the keyboard on the Micro, but some people do. It's just not my cup of tea. Yeah, I don't know. Just buy a poly brute. No, I'm joking. Yeah, that's a tough one. I mean, if you're already like super comfy with the Micro Freak and the limitations of it, and that it's your jam, then getting a pedal would be a pretty fun way to expand on that. But yeah, Mini Freak's great. Mini Freak also can work as a key step, which I thought if I didn't have a prototype, the prototype obviously is like, you know, I probably got it like 8 months before it came out, so it's definitely not mass produced in any way. And if I drop it or rub it against something, it'll probably fall apart. But I was thinking like, oh, I should probably get a full version of one of these because it would kind of operate as a key step, which I adore. Key step's like one of the things you absolutely have to pack in your bag when you're traveling. This thing is $300. Yeah, the $300 thing is funny for all the reasons why I would normally like the $300 thing makes me believe, and I actually don't know the detail. I don't know the economics of this pedal, but it makes me believe that it might be partially taking advantage of like one of the AI grants or something like that that's subsidizing how much it costs, because just from like the hardware and how much you want in a pedal, like with the bomb after you put it in retail and all that, I would think that this would be like a $500 pedal, but so that's cool. It's like it actually is a really affordable pedal. Like honestly, I would, outside of my relationship or friendship with Polyand, had I heard about it when I found out about the C++ stuff and just being able to use it without AI, I would have absolutely bought it. Probably would have, I mean, 'cause yeah, I have similar pedals that I've spent more on that are like boutique things that, you know, have Daisy chips on them and stuff that more or less do the same thing with less power that I've paid more for and are way harder to deal with. All right. Oh man, this is gonna be so sick if this actually works. If we could actually get a plateau pedal. Like that's something that's kind of been on the bucket list for a while anyway, or with those Daisy chips and stuff like that. That's one of the reasons I have that stuff, is like I'd really love to make a Toro style plate reverb, but let's see how well it works. I like don't want to play a note until we hear it. Okay, I guess it's on. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. I'm unplugging that so it's not noisy. Whatever, we got pre-delay. Whoa! This may actually work. Short press gives us a momentary freeze. All right. This darkens it. Wow, so we could just turn on a momentary freeze or a long press freeze. I'm just gonna play harmonics. It's like being in the parking garage below Guitar Center. I want to try and freeze it with the feedback on short. Actually, I will use my volume knob. Yeah. And then you can also just press it if you want to be like playing us, I don't know. Actually, I don't understand how that works, the momentary freeze. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. That's silly. Like, why would you want momentary freeze and then when you could latch it by holding down the pedal? Because then if you're holding down the momentary one, then you're just going to make it long anyway. So, you know. All right, now let's try with super long times on that. this mic's horrible for guitar. Wonder if my voice will be picked up in the... Yep. Okay. I have some revisions. Let's make the short press the latch freeze toggle. Let's make the tone permanently at 0.4 and instead use the tone knob to change the overall effect mix from 0 to 1. Can we also increase the value of the space knob so it can be more huge? I know that the algorithm actually allows you to go further. I just feel like it was maybe being a little conservative to not create much feedback. I wonder what happens if we just like, I mean, I know what happens. It's as if I've never done this before. Yep. Predictable. What should the tone knob? What should... Oh. You just buy tokens at cost. But if you want to, we'll maybe get around to doing a bit of this and making our own, seeing if we can. But I don't know if it can do that without downloading the SDK. It may need something like anti-gravity, which is a Google AI tool. We'll see. We'll see if we can make it. We might as well do that now, right? While we're waiting around for this one. Let's just try super easy. Can you make me a endl file for a polyend endless pedal? If the stream breaks, I'm sorry. It's just, we'll find out how far you could push a GPU while streaming. Running fucking Gemini LLM locally. I already see in there, it's like, explain why I can't create the file. Oh yeah, that's garbage. I can design a techno pattern. Oh, that's fucking great. Good job. We just may have to connect it to the SDK. But let's play with this first. Maybe plug the pedal in. Yeah, maybe we could figure out a way to integrate blockchain into this. Make it a blockchain pedal. Can you mine Bitcoin? All right. Now the space should be even higher. Oh, I may have unplugged it too early. I'm dumb. Oh, I unplugged the whole pedal. That's why. I unplugged the wrong cable. All right. It definitely didn't listen to what I told it to do. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if anti-gravity, yeah, anti-gravity would work with this, just probably not in the scope of this stream, but yeah, you probably could get this to work with anti-gravity. I mean, it's an excellent reverb. We just need to figure out a way to edit how much of it's being sent. I guess we could like get rid of the, all right, how about this? Remove the moment, remove the freeze, and instead have the short press of the pedal change the knob. How about expand? I'm really confused. Does not seem to be interested in my idea. This is one of those things where it's like, oh, I wish I could just fucking open up the source code. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, app prompting is not good for this type of thing. Where you're just like trying to explain the concept, or you could actually think of, yeah, it's like I probably wouldn't even need to look at a reference to be able to type that into a, well, if it were Python at least, which it's not. what other effects are available. I know there's a bunch. A string drum machine. That sounds fun. There's a lot of new stuff since I last looked. Oh, maybe. I feel like I've seen this stuff. A Geiger tuner. Damn, a channel strip. All right, let's see if this worked. I don't think it's so much that it's proprietary, that it just needs to be compiled, right? Which I guess is its own, depending on how pedantic you want to be, you could call that proprietary. Rebooting. All right, let's see if this does what I need it to do. Yeah, changes nothing. Must be something we're just not understanding the source code of where the mix is. But whatever, still sounds good. That was one thing that I actually thought about, like, what if you were to have a node-based thing, kind of like the PolyVivo, but one issue with that is that you just kind of, it would be controlling effects that you made. You wouldn't be able to just have it do it just out of nowhere, right? I'm going to load in mellow cello. See what that does for us. Should look at the actual page. Oh, okay. So this is loading models. Try a different one. Yeah, that is a tone model, though. 6-string drum machine. I did have this going on with my MIDI guitar back in the day, but it was always just terrible. If nothing makes you feel more terrible than summarizing your timing into drum sounds from a guitar. All right, I assume this one's bass. I don't know how to do this. Let's find out. Oh. Ow. Okay, what the hell's happening? Let me turn the volume down on this. I think it just needs more from me. Yeah. What the fuck is happening? No idea what's happening. All right, I'm going to reset it one more time. Try it one more time. Wow. It's one of those like, yeah, you can do that with it. Was there any? Oh yeah, drift pad reverb. Gotta try the reverb. All the reverbs. This is actually pretty similar to the plateau one. It'd be really funny if it's literally the same algorithm. De-seed the drift modulation pattern. All right, I'll play. Oh, I need to plug this in. Also, using a pickup that's not as noisy might make that sound nicer. Nah, one at a time. No cycling. Yeah, I mean, that takes, like, cycling between models takes a lot of processing power. Like, that's why keyboards, the few keyboards that could, like, immediately load a new patch when you move it over, that's why they cost so much, like a Yamaha Montage 8 or something. That's why they cost so much, is because they literally have, like, an entire separate, like, RAM and processor just to do that. Octapreamp. Might as well try that just because it's like something that I've not thought to make myself. And then after that, for the remaining 30 minutes, we'll do some wild shit. Ooh. Oh, there it is. So this is gain, tone. It's funny because it's convincing me that I'm clipping, but I'm not. It definitely is its own, like, jam. Definitely gives me like 70s Mexican rock type of like, yeah. I can't play without a pick though. I don't have a pick anywhere near. Oh, I have 500 flashbulb picks right here. All right. How does that stack against the pie pedal thing? I wouldn't even compare the two. Like, I mean, I don't mean that in like a pedantic way. Like, I mean, I wouldn't even compare the two because they're just like this one is more like you're inventing. you're just making up an idea and then hoping that it comes to life. Whereas that one is much more like you're very determinately using predefined algorithms to make something. I do want to try, I want to try a phase looper. That was like one of the first things I made on this, I think. Oh, this is kind of a phase looper. No, it's not. Never mind. So we could ping pong it. You're almost like making a few when you're playing with it. All right, let me try and prompt one. New. Make me a delay pedal. There are 3 delay. Yeah. The master tempo is set by tapping the pedal. There are 3 delay lines. Let me do it this way. Not that, I don't know if AI actually needs me to do these things, but there are 3 delay lines total. One is the tapped time. 2 is 99% the length of the tapped time. 3 is 101% of the length of the tapped time. Oh. One, 10% of the signal from delay line 1 bleeds into delay line 3. 10% of the signal from delay line 2 bleeds into delay line 1. 10% of the signal from delay line 3 bleeds into delay line 2. Delay line 1 is panned to, I don't know. I'm literally thinking like stage right, stage left, not actual. Okay, what am I missing here? Well, it'll propose some knob ideas to me. As far as if you just literally go on Google and search polyend endless GitHub, like you'll find the SDK. And there should be, and also just from like Googling it, I found a couple examples, but I mean, also, never mind, that won't work. I was gonna say you could download the files from the, if you wanted to like look at the code, you could download the files from Polyend's workshop thing, but all right, let's see. I mean, I hope this does it. All right, let's go with 2. Yeah, it does kind of box you in a little bit. It weirds me out. This particular delay weirds me out because it just stops. It doesn't like fade, which is, you know, it's not like weird, but some delays do that. But yeah, I keep expecting it to go on forever. to play whole tone scales until this thing's ready. How have I liked it so far? I mean, I like it. I like it. I like what I'm imagining what I can do with it even more than what I'm doing with it. And I also haven't really used that many tokens. I've been fucking around for 2 hours, never leaving this. And I'm more interested. I'm just not going to have this set up in the scope of a stream, but I am more interested in what I could do with this. Like, I think that's actually, if I could get this working with SDK where I could just have it puke out code, then you would be able to just do this on your own machine without having to worry about any sort of credits or anything like that, without having to edit code yourself. Or you could just use the SDK. But there would be nothing worse than a stream of me trying to figure out how to code things from the ground up through their SDK for the first time. I don't want to click out of this. I mean, credits aren't bad. They're not like super expensive or anything. And they're at cost, but like I said, if I bought some just because I was streaming, and then I think they put a couple extra in my account when I told them that I was doing the stream. But if I were just a guitarist with, you know, a GPU, I probably would buy credits once or twice and then start using Gemini or something else. $300 is not steep. I can tell you that. Like I said, I mentioned this earlier. I don't know if you were on the stream at that time, but I suspect that this has been that this pedal has been subsidized by some sort of European Union AI grant, because $300 seems, just knowing like the BOM that, you know, the bill of materials to make a pedal like this, and then be able to put it on a retailer like Sweetwater. They take a huge chunk and be able to not lose money. I don't understand how that's possible. Like $300 for a pedal in 2026 is fucking crazy. I don't care if it's like a distortion pedal. Like, it's really hard to make a $300 pedal. It's actually much easier to make a $300 pedal without digital components. If you just have if you're making like an overdrive pedal with just some basic circuit stuff, because chances are you could find those parts without having to import anything or deal with any tariffs. But like $500 is now the like pedal average, in my opinion, and $700 is now what a $500 pedal used to be. And that might even be too generous. Like, I might even be. That's just the state of things, unfortunately. Like, you have inflation, and then you have everything that happened in the music industry post-COVID, or the music gear industry post-COVID, on top of tariffs, and it's just like, fuck. Like, just getting something to pass FCC, like being able to have FCC clearance to release a pedal, is expensive and time consuming. All right, I'm loading in my goofy echo. Well, like, what is a new I know Raspberry Pi prices just went up. Yeah, like a Raspberry Pi 5 with full RAM plus a case. Like if you have the 16 gigabytes RAM, you have the full case, the plug, you're looking at like $350. You're spending more than this. All right, here's my pedal. My attempt to do a phase loop. Oh, I feel like it's definitely losing its. So I'm into this now. Setting my tempo. Okay, let's go. We're getting the feedback I was hoping for. Sounds like cicadas. Oh, the diffuser's doing that. Okay, I see what's happening. It very much is not what I asked for. Just putting that out there. I wonder if I should start over with a phase loop. Actually, do I have my other one? Let's see. Maybe I have other ones that I made in the past. Tape Looper 2, that was today. I'm going to look through my Google Drive really fast. I think I have a polyend folder in there. Endless, I do. Oh, okay. Tape looper 1.3. Let's see. I gave myself, okay, yeah, this is one I made with Gemini, actually. So let's see. So while we're not going to actually get into the creation of it, we can at least compare. Yeah, this is like in May when I was playing around trying to make a Gemini model of it. So let's try tape looper 3. All right, how does this thing work? Time, right offset, tone, short press, clear the loop. All right. Okay. All right, let's start over. Let's listen. Okay, so that, now if we want to play a bunch of bullshit with no tape age character. Damn, 10 seconds. A 100 seconds? What's happening? Oh, I'm stupid. That's what's happening. Now I'm going to increase the tape age. Yeah, this is the kind of shit I literally listen to stuff like this when I'm on my tractor or doing yard work. I just like find odd tape loops. Some are mine, some are like William Basinski. I don't think it could stream audio USB. I kind of don't. I mean, I literally just unplugged my USB because it's too noisy. I kind of don't even want it to. But it just uses normal pedal power and not much of it. Maybe 200 milliamp tops. And then it's creating, if I want to long press, I can toggle the crossfeed. Make this really short. Oh, keep doing this. Yeah, so the initial idea of this is that the pedal will slowly leave time on both channels. So I've got to time it right because I'm not using it as a pedal. Actually, let me do it this way. There. It has like little tape blurps in there, but yeah, the AI is not going to be able to make the Cosmos. I can guarantee that. It doesn't have enough power. The Cosmos has like... if you take Valhalla's Supermassive and like multiply it by 3 and figure out the exact math, you might be able to get close to a Cosmos. It's just such a unique algorithm. And really what's happening in the Cosmos, from what I figured out, the Soma Labs Cosmos pedal, really what's happening in there, the magic, I believe, is in the compression as well, and the dithering. There's like some clock shit going on in there. And I think that's what makes it, because if you try and make a Cosmos anywhere else, it just creates feedback. Yeah, the Cosmos is like easily one of my top 5 pedals of all time. It's easily, and it's one that I've tried to bite so much. I've tried to make, I've tried to make all sorts of things that sound like Cosmos, and I've always just had to go get and plug in the Cosmos to get the effect I wanted. It's one of those pedals where you could just like fucking scream into it and it'll make a beautiful ambient piece just because the algorithm's so unique and brilliant. It's basically just a bunch of delays that are phased in ways that aren't rhythmic that come together but the way they come together, it creates like a freeze reverb effect after a period of time. And depending on how busy you want that to sound, those are the different algorithms. I have a Poly FX pedal. I did a stream on it like a year ago or something. I do want to do another one. Because I feel like I've definitely not paid enough attention to it. Nah, there's just nothing that compares to the Cosmos. Like I can't say it's like this pedal or like that because like it just does what it does. It's like, which is like the most generic thing ever, but. You could actually create a pretty neat effect just by going like. Yeah, I mean, I don't know that much about the Eventide stuff coming out, but I am kind of interested. I was about to dive into it just the other day, but I have been so utterly busy between like traveling and not weird, but like city council, Senate, etc., political meetings about all the surveillance shit, interviews, and then the video I'm working on now is probably, in terms of like writing and editing, it's by far the most I've spent on a video. Like I'm literally going to stop this and go back to it and probably edit till 4 a.m. I think I have like 12 hours left of editing, but I was just looking at the session today, like at the overall editing session, and there's over, just in like video clips, whether it's like an asset, like a on-screen asset or a clip of me talking or footage, there's something like 2,500. I'm just like, holy fuck. It's like, and it's trying to get it down to 45 minutes. Do you have to own the hardware to try? Yes, but isn't there like a free AI plugin now? I think there's a couple. I know it's a thing, and I only know it's a thing because people are mad about it, of course. Which is just one of those things where it's just like, if you're, I don't know. My thought on this, ethically, didn't even come into play, because it's like, I would, if Mitch from Polyan didn't give me one of these, I think I got like one of the returns or something. But if he didn't give me one, like, I probably would have bought one, just because, yeah, you could make your own effects for it. Like, and again, I said this earlier, like, I have pedals that do that just cost way more and are less powerful, that just have like one single Daisy chip in them or something, and cost $500. So that's all I need to hear. Yeah, I edit and resolve. And I feel like this is as far as I could push it with this one. I feel like I can't, like, it's already getting to the point where if I'm editing for more than like 3 hours, I have to like restart my session, because some of the music files will come uncached and stuff. Oh yeah, well, Azoya is fun. Azoya is super fun. But anyway, that's it for me. I should be back next. I might schedule my stream next week for a different day. Move its calendar here. It is around July 4th. I kind of want to do one of those July 4th firework things again, which is me setting up microphones outside and using them to trigger things in modular. I did that. I don't know if I did that last year or the year before, but it was kind of this nice way to turn fireworks into like a beautiful landscape, which is nice, because I'm always kind of annoyed by the loud bangs. They're pretty bad here because I live on a mountain, like a small mountain, and it's like the neighborhoods around the mountain, like, it's in a very densely populated area. I just happen to have this weird mountain, right? But like around it, there's neighborhoods, and it seems like everybody fires their fireworks up and then they explode right at my altitude. So it's like really loud. So yeah, maybe I'll do that. But yeah, I'll keep everybody posted. And I should have the video out by next week, hopefully by Sunday or Monday. If not, then like, I've lost my mind and I need to not make videos like that anymore. But yeah, definitely scares the dogs. They're terrified. Unfortunately, they absolutely. Well, I don't know about Gary. Gary doesn't really care. Cora does. Cora's the larger black dog, and she cares. She's terrified by it. But Gary is fearless, unless he's like getting a bath or something. It's the only thing that he gets mad about. He'll jump in the river and swim, but bath, no, absolutely not. Holding him in a bathtub, that's his number one fear. All right. Anyway, have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next week, and hopefully have a video up by then. Bye.